happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are having a wonderful week and weekend so far. Today I am going to be doing my annual Erin Condren move-in video, and I'm really excited to show you how I'm going to be using my planner this year. It took me a little while to figure out how I wanted to use all of the pages, which is why this video didn't go up right after I did my unboxing video. Sometimes I know exactly what I want to do right away when I get my planner because I've been inspired and had ideas come to me before I receive it. But this year there was just so much going on this summer that I honestly didn't really have a chance to brainstorm at all. So once I got my planner in front of me finally, I was like, now what? So I took a few weeks to figure it all out and decide how I wanted to use all the pages, and I'm going to show you what I decided today. So this is the new cover that I showed you guys in last week's video when I showed you all of my fall kits for the season. If you haven't seen my unboxing video yet that goes in through the entire planner in more detail, I will leave the link here for you to check out. And I will also leave a link in a little bit for last year's video if you wanted to look at that one as well and see the comparison and the very different ways that I decided to use my planner this year. So because I've been kind of in the process of moving in for the past few weeks, I did already write my name down. So I'm not doing it on screen this year. So there wasn't quite as much pressure. And then the first page after that is just a beautiful quote and kind of like just a little dashboard page before we get started. And then following that is where we get into the meat and potatoes. So again, I'm just going to move this out of the way. As I said in my unboxing video, I like that these two pages are together this year. It makes it so much easier for me when I'm taking a look at the year at a glance, and I don't have to be flipping back and forth. So definitely love that already, even though the year has just barely begun. This is my key. So red, anything red is PA days. Pink is any vacation that we're going to be taking, which we haven't planned yet, so that's why there's no pink yet. Peach is any school breaks like winter break and March break. Light blue are birthdays, dark blue are holidays, anything purple is an anniversary. Light aqua or light teal is for the first day of school. Dark teal is the last day, and this beige colored one, or just like neutral color, is for the gymnastic payments for my daughter that are coming out on pre-arranged dates. The rest of the bills that I have are in my budget planner, and those ones for the most part I already know. Like I know when our mortgage comes out, my phone comes out our same day every month, electric, car, all that are set, and those are in my budget planner. But this is a new one this year. Because she's in the advanced program now, so it's a little bit more than we had anticipated, but thankfully they were allowed us to do a payment plan, so that's what I'm using that color to keep track of. And you can see I already started the first payment in August, and then the next one is in September. There's also a ton of birthdays in September. My daughter next week, and me at the end of September, so there are a lot of Virgos and Libras in our family. And then I have October. Some days you can see here are overlaps. So for example, this is Thanksgiving here in Canada. So I got a holiday sticker and a PA day because we also have the day off school and work. But if you see here on Halloween, it's only a holiday. So that's why it only gets the blue sticker. So you'll see that's why some of them are overlapped, and it's only kind of the like PA days and holidays. So like my son's birthday's on a PA day this year, so he has a day off, which is kind of special. So I'm going to figure out something fun to do with him that day when he's off, just me and him. And then on the very bottom, I have their extracurricular schedules, my son's karate schedule, and our daughter's gymnastics schedule. And then this is going to be for their final performances. They are always in the same month every year. So I know that hers is in May and his will be in June. I just have to finalize the date and time, which they will release to us later. And then this is the second half of the year, which I only filled out until the end of June because I didn't want to waste any stickers here because I'll be in my new planner by then, but I do like this area here to look and see and plan ahead. It's very helpful. So definitely like this section, but I'm not going to be putting any stickers in that spot. And then I keep these stickers at the very back of my planner with my perpetual calendar, which helps me put in all the set dates each year. And these are from Sticker Mama Co. And I am almost running out. I may be able to squeak by with this for next year, but I will definitely have to reorder the year after that. So These have lasted me quite a while and I really, really like them. I like that they fit perfectly in the back of my Erin Condren planner. I like that there's lots of different color options and that they are see-through as well. So even when you put them on the date, you can still see what the date is, which is awesome. And then for the next section, I split it up in between recreational things and then life stuff, mandatory stuff. If you check out last year's moving video, which I'll link here, I did a full page for like TV shows that I was watching, movies, books, and like travel and that sort of thing. And I just found that I didn't end up using like half of it. We just had a really busy year and I didn't have as much time as I had hoped. So this year I kept it in this section instead because I think that that's more realistic. And then it doesn't waste space and I can use those full pages for some different things later on. So I put here, there's like a little quote and it says, "A little progress each day adds to big results." And then for the recreation area, I put like little makeup brushes and some nail polish. And then here she's like taking her bra off. If you know, you know, best feeling. She's just relaxing and taking it easy. And that's kind of what this page represents. So over here I have my AM routine that I'm going to be doing for the year. I have like a little skincare sticker there from Glam Planner. And then I have what I do every morning. So I take my vitamins, I wash my face, I brush my teeth and my night guard, which I wear every night. So I like to brush it in the morning to freshen it up. I do some stretching. I like to go for a walk, which I'm actually going to be doing with a friend. One of our neighbors actually invited me to start walking with her in the mornings in September, which is now. So I'm really, really excited to start doing that soon. We just have to figure out like which days we're going to go and the time because we have to coordinate it also like with our husbands so that they can be at home with our kids. And then when I come back, I like to have a shower. My husband is a night shower person, but I don't like it. I don't like to dry my hair with the dryer. My hair is really long and I have no patience and it just dries it out. And I hate going to bed with wet hair. So I like to have my shower fresh in the morning. It just helps me wake up and just feel clean and ready to start the day. And then for the evening, I have my PM routine. So I take an antacid at the end of the day because I have very bad heartburn. There's a history of like heartburn and GERDs in my family. So I'm going to be tested for that this year. Just waiting for the referral. But in the meantime, I am taking these every night so that I can sleep without that terrible burning sensation in my chest. I wash my face, brush my teeth, put my night guard in. And then I like to put lotion on. I have like a nice, like really light lavender scented one. It just like makes me feel like bedtime, helps me relax. The smell is very soothing. And then I like to have a tea at night. So I have like a little sipping on the tea. And then I like to write in my gratitude journal as well. Whereas in the morning I have a coffee and I plan out what I'm going to do for the day. And then I wrote down TV shows that I'm going to be watching for this year because this is my memory planner. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning, but so this is kind of where I'm going to be keeping track of things that I've been doing for this year, seeing, watching, reading, and going. So my husband and I have been watching The Office for the first time. I know we're a little late, but we are on season 9, 8 or 9, so we are almost through it. So no spoilers down below, but it is absolutely incredible. I don't know how we missed this the first time around. I think we were just busy with our kids and moving and getting married and just had even less time than we do now, but definitely worth the wait. I'm absolutely obsessed with this show and I can see what the big hype is about. I've also been rewatching Gossip Girl this summer because I used to like it, and fall coming, I'm just feeling a little bit nostalgic. And then I'm looking forward to Emily in Paris too, which is coming out this month as well, but because I haven't watched it yet, I just put a sticky on it to remind me to watch it when it comes out. And then that's like a little cat doing his little Netflix binge, which we can't really even do anymore because they only release like 4 episodes at a time, which is so frustrating. But I use the sticker there nonetheless. My wish list for the movies that I want to see this year, which will get written into my planner once I watch them, are Beetlejuice coming out, which I'm super excited for, the next Joker movie, Venom, and Sonic 3. So those are the ones I'm most looking forward to that are coming out in the fall and winter months. And then for books, not really up to date with like what the really cool books are right now, but I am looking forward to the new Fourth Wing that's supposed to be released in January of next year. And so I have a cute little bunny with a book for that section. And then the last section here that I'm going to keep track of for memories is my travel section. I have like a little travel sticker. And I have it with a car because I get really seasick on boats and I hate planes. So I just use a car sticker because that's the one place that I can travel that I don't feel unwell or terrified. And the trips that we have planned are Dominican, hopefully sometime this year, maybe like October, November. And then just for like maybe 4 days with our kids. And then my husband and I are trying to save up enough to go to Europe next fall and October for our 40th birthday. So I'm really, really, really excited for this one and really hope it happens. So that is for this side, the recreational and self-care side. The next section is for all of the real life stuff, the tough stuff. So that's why I put all the fun stuff first to kind of like ease me into things that we need to tackle, whether it be for our car, our house, property tax things that are coming up. So with this one, I put like a little girl with a little savings and a piggy bank because these are some things that projects that we need to save for and be aware of. They're big purchases, so I just didn't want to be caught blindsided. But I didn't assign them to any month because we don't know when these are going to get done, only that they need to get done soon. And then also put this little one on the other side because as soon as we save it up, we're going to have to spend it to take care of all these things. And so she just looks a little bit like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. And she's got lots of bills to pay. So it's going to be an expensive year this year, but hopefully we're able to make everything work. So for the first section here, I have car maintenance. We're going to be due for an oil change soon. And they noted last time that our oil pan was starting to leak, but they had already like replaced all the oil and we had paid for it. So they were like, you know what, it's not terrible and it should last you till you get your next oil change and we'll change it before we put the new oil in. So that's what I wanted to remind myself to do this time. And we're also going to have to probably replace all the filters as well because we didn't do it last time. We need to get some new winter tires because they're finally almost bald. And apparently, although we got lucky last winter with kind of like more like mild weather and just rain, apparently this year we're supposed to get like a real Canadian winter again. So I want to make sure that we have the proper winter tires and also our brakes checked so we can be prepared for the snow and the ice and we don't get in an accident or anything like that. So I have like a little car on a hoist here. And then we have to replace our exhaust. There's a crack in it. So it makes like that really big loud sound that some people make on purpose, but I can't stand. So we have to get that fixed as well. So that's another thing that we're saving for and are going to get done soon. And then for home maintenance, we're going to have to change our filter for the heater soon this month. We're also going to have to get ready to winterize and close our pool before it gets super cold. It's already 10 degrees and sometimes single digits during the day and night. So definitely going to have to take care of that in the next few weeks. We do wait a little bit closer to the end of September because sometimes we do still get those 30-degree days and the humidity. So we're just leaving it, but it's definitely on our radar. We're going to test all of our fire and carbon monoxide alarms. I do this every year in the fall to make sure that we're set for the year and replace any batteries, or if one's not working, then I need to replace it as well. And then we have to replace the seals in our front and back doors, that little rubber where like the door meets the frame because part of it is missing in the back door. And then like last year we noticed there was a huge draft coming in, which not only was making us cold, but it was making the heat kick on more, and it was just a little bit more expensive. So we definitely want to seal everything up nice and tight so that we can stay warm and also not have to pay for as much heat this year, and it will hold it longer, which is what we want. And then over here, these are just kind of like some optional reno ideas that are not mandatory, but that I would like to get done this year if there's anything left in the budget. So I just put like a little, it's like a Happy Meal sticker, but I just thought, because it looks like she's like moving and organizing stuff. So I thought that that would be cute too for this section. And I want to clean, inspect, and ensure our fireplace, which we have not done yet because we're not using it. But the lady who lived here before us hadn't used it for 18 years since her husband passed away. And I don't know what kind of condition this is. So until we get this done, we can't use it, but I'd really love to use it because it's so beautiful. And I've always wanted to have a fireplace. So hopefully we can get that up and running this year. It would be so nice, especially over the holidays, to be sitting by the fire, playing board games, having some hot chocolate, watching movies. And then our porch, I don't know if you guys have noticed in Instagram and stuff in my stories that our porch is a disaster. It looks terrible right now because when Harley and the kids keep running past it, I guess it was painted before. and it's been chipping off in chunks. So there's like big patches like all over the porch, which like I said, just looks terrible and uneven. So what my husband and I want to do is just sand off all the paint and then just stain it so that that doesn't happen anymore, and it looks a lot prettier and it lasts longer. So that's on our list for sometime this year. Probably not in the fall, like this one. This will probably be closer to like the spring and summer of next year. And then with this cute little sushi, little sushi washi, we have our property tax payments and when they're due. So we have a payment due this month, and then the next one's going to be February, April, June, and next September. And so that's her just working away, trying to find these extra thousands of dollars in the budget and save so that we have them ready for the months that they're due. And then for my son, these are some upcoming expenses that we need to set aside for him. So he's going to need a new allergy serum, which I think is like at least $500, which we don't have insurance for. He needs a new karate gi because his other one's too small. He had a nice little growth spurt this summer. Re-register him in karate, which we've done. Register them in swim classes, which is coming up. And then braces, he might be time. We've been observing him for the past few years, and he might need to get them on this year. But I won't know until his follow-up in October. But our daughter just had her follow-up to see if she needed braces, and she absolutely does. And she actually needs to get them on as soon as possible because she needs an expander. And we need to do that now while her jaw is still growing, because if we wait too long, then we're going to miss this time, and then she might have to get jaw surgery later. So we're going to be getting those put on in the fall and winter months. Again, just waiting to confirm everything and finalize the appointments and get all like the molds and everything done and get them put on. I already registered her in gymnastics, already got her new suit, and again, I'm waiting till September to register in her swim classes. So these are all the upcoming kind of like expenses and projects that I need to be mindful of for this year. And although I will enter some of these into the monthly calendars and to-do lists, I did want to have it all in one place as well, just to make sure that I don't miss any of them. And then it's just easier to look at like a main, like a cheat page almost, so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth and what month was that and miss something or not budget ahead of time. Because a lot of these things are quite expensive and we're going to need to plan out a couple months in advance. I don't want to just like look at September and be like, oh, we owe like $2,000 this month. Where is this coming from? So now I know, and we can plan ahead. And then the next page that I have that I wanted to keep everything in one place that is also brand new and I've never done before, but I've always wanted to, is a goal page. So this is my goal page for 2024-2025. And I picked a cute little washi to match. So it says Goal Digger, Killing It, and Dream Big. And then going down, I chose this really adorable lipstick washi, which doubles also as like a checklist. So for each lipstick is like a different section of something that I want to work on and a different area of my life that I want to improve or change something. My first goals in the family area of my life. Look how cute. I was sharing a hug and love. Is I want us to try to spend more time together, whether that be like a movie night, a game night, or dinner once a week with all the extracurriculars. And my husband and I working each 2 jobs now, and our parents both not in the best health and driving back and forth to different cities to help them. Time just gets away from us, and we didn't get to spend a lot last year, and I missed that connection. And I feel like we felt it, whereas opposed to other years, we kind of would touch base once a week and just felt more balanced and happier. So we're going to try our best to get back to that this year if we can. And one of the ways I'm going to try to do this is not to overbook us. I'm going to keep one weekend open a month to rest, and I'm not going to fill it no matter how tempting it is. I'm going to say no. Instead of just saying, we're not doing anything, we're resting. And that's also important too. Just as important as it is to go to a recital or a swim class or a tournament or anything like that. And then my husband and I want to try to do a date night once a month as well. Again, we used to do this years ago and it was so nice, but this past few years, we are lucky to get out together like once every 3 to 4 months, which is just not enough, especially when we're busy with work and our kids, which I love, but we also need to get that connection time as well, just the 2 of us. So I'm gonna try to do that, get that number down instead of 2 or 3 times a year, if we can even do it every other month. But ideally, I would like to do it once a month, especially with all those like cool movies coming out. I don't know if you noticed, not a lot of them are kid friendly, like the Joker, Venom, that could be good date movies. That Beetlejuice and Sonic, we can go with our kids. And then for personal goals, I want to try exercising more regularly and get active at least 20 minutes a day. So I'm not setting myself like a specific goal here, like go to the gym or pick certain days, which is what I was trying to do last year and was getting frustrated when it didn't work out how I wanted. So this way here, I'm going to leave it open and I'm going to be active at least 20 minutes a day. And that can be a walk, I could be doing some yoga, dancing, going for a run, going swimming. And I'm just going to leave it open to how I feel and like what my availability is and my energy level that day. I want to eat healthier. I want to eat less sugary snacks and replace them with healthy ones. Even though I work in dental, I have the biggest sweet tooth and it's a problem. Like I love sweets, especially this time of year. It's going to be so hard. All those like cakes and pies and cinnamon buns with all the pumpkin spice lattes, but I'm going to try to, I'm not cutting it out completely, which was an unrealistic goal for me. But I am going to try to eat less a day, even replace 1 or 2 with a healthier snack, and then still keep some of the good ones as well. Can't take all the fun stuff away because then that's just sad, and then you don't feel motivated. So I'm going to keep a couple to reward myself after I do some exercise. And then another thing that I want to do that's important to me to do this year is make my self-care a priority. And again, I figure, you know what? I'm going to be spending at least 20 minutes a day moving. I want to spend at least 20 minutes a day to myself, whether it be reading, watching a show, or falling asleep during a show, planning, talking to a friend. Like I just want to having a bath. Like I really want to make this a priority and not when I have time or as a treat, which is what I've done in the past. So I was a little bit better with it this year, but there is still definitely some room for improvement in this area for sure. And the next section that I have goals in are for my work. I want to expand and learn more skills this year, so I'm going to sign up for training to learn a different type of work. I don't know if that means anything to you guys. I'm a CAD engineer, so I want to work on internal spice packages, which will make me more valuable to the team, and when I go to ask for a raise, it will also look good as well. And I'm going to be showing more initiatives, so I'm going to try to volunteer for some projects that are outside my usual realm. I also want to try to broaden who I communicate and make new connections, which will also help like with my progress at work. So not just the raise, although that will help a lot, but like why? Like I don't can't just ask for a raise just because I've been there. Like I need to back it up. And I want to back it up. And I feel like I'm at a point where I'm really good at what I do and I'm ready for the next step and I'm ready to challenge myself a little bit more. So I am excited for that. Just to do some new things as well. I think it'll be fun and keep things interesting, in addition to the extra money, which will also be nice. And then for social media goals, I want to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube this year. I'm getting close, but not quite there yet. I'm only at about, I think, 740 something, which is amazing, and I am so grateful for. But I've kind of reached a point where I'm kind of just like plateaued. So I don't know if it's like the content that I'm showing, if it's just not getting advertised enough, if I'm maybe not releasing enough videos a week. So it's a little bit ambitious and I'm not making any promises, but I'm going to see if maybe I can sneak in 2 videos a week sometimes, maybe not every week, but maybe every other week, or if I have like extra ideas for that month, instead of trying to split them up over longer, I'll maybe just try to include it in that month when I have it. So if there's any feedback you guys have, I mean, feel free to leave it down below as long as it's constructive and kind. That's all I ask. But you guys are the ones who are watching. So if there's anything you want to see, anything you want to see different, let me know and I'll try to work it in. I'd like to reach 2,500 followers on Instagram. Again, I've been kind of reached a plateau. I've been stuck at 2,300 for a while now with no growth. And so but I do know that sometimes I don't like consistently post. I also know I did not kind of pick up on the reel trend when they started pushing reels, because that's not what I joined Instagram for. And I'm just, as much as I love watching them, it's just, I don't have time to film and edit for YouTube and film and edit for Instagram. So that's been a little bit tough, but I'm going to try to include more this year and post a little bit more consistently and see what happens. And then I might move my shop to a different platform. If this happens, I will definitely let you know. Thank you so much to all of you who ordered, actually. I don't think I did that at the beginning of the video, but after my clips and charms video last week, I had several orders from my shop for some clips and charms, which was awesome. I've packed those all up. They've already been sent out, so they are on their way to you guys, and I really hope that you enjoy them. So thank you so much for those. But I'm going to be researching, trying to increase my marketing and traffic to my store so that more people know that I have it, because still quite a few people are like totally shocked and surprised when I tell them. They're like, you have a shop? Like, we've never heard of it, which is in part my fault as well, because with everything else going on, again, sometimes I just am not consistent with it. So gonna try for that this year as well. And then the last section, which I guess, I don't know if this is in any real particular order, but it's finance. And I want to try to pay down my debt faster and save a little bit more, especially with all of the big bills that we have coming up this year. I already have a second part-time job. I'm going to be asking for the raise, like I had mentioned in my work goals. And then also we're going to reevaluate our budget and add all of those things in and see where we're at. I put cash envelopes with a question mark, and that's why I included this cute little deco sticker for it, because I've seen a little bit of cash envelopes online. Not really sure how to do them, but it seems interesting and I wanted to give it a try. If any of you guys use cash envelope and you have any like really good ways to use them or a video that you like, please let me know down below. I appreciate any feedback, so thanks in advance. And then we're also going to try to buy our trip tickets early and set up a payment plan for Europe, because depending on who you buy it with, sometimes you can do like up to a year of payments instead of paying it all down at once. So we're going to be researching and trying to take advantage of that as well. And then so that is kind of like the setup for the year in terms of like calendars, wish lists, and goals. And then going forward, what I've done is I've actually put a little note. So for every dashboard for the year, I've put what I want to use it for. So as always, I usually alternate between bucket lists, currentlies, and wish lists. So on this page, I'm going to be doing my fall bucket list. And then for the October dashboard, I'm going to be doing like a spooky Halloween themed currently. For the November one, I'm going to be doing my holiday bucket list, which is different from my winter bucket list, so I keep those separate. And then in December, I'm going to be doing another currently. January is going to be where my winter bucket list is going to be. February is usually like a Valentine themed currently. March, I will be then doing my spring bucket list. April will be a spring themed currently page. And then in May, I mix it up a little bit and I do my planner wish list, and I start keeping track of everything that I need to reorder for the new planner season. So what planners I'm going to be using, any like supplies that I need, like if I need certain like different stickers or like that sort of thing. I put that all down here to take a break from my usual lineup. And then I get back to it with my summer bucket list. My summer currently. And then again, I mix it up for August and do a back to school shopping list. And then that takes me back to September, and then I do the fall bucket list and it starts over. So that's how I almost always use these dashboards. I think out of all of these sections in my planners, these are the sections that have changed the least or not at all over the past few years. The other sections I tend to like mix up and try new things each time. And speaking of that, in the very back section, how I'm going to be using my note pages this year is going to be with memory spreads. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, zoom in just a smidge, I'm going to be doing like a little collage of like some pictures of like a couple of like really fun, memorable moments, especially because it is a memory planner. In this first one, I'm going to be doing fall memories on this page. And I picked like matching themed washi for each section. So this is the fall one, and then this one's going to be my Halloween memories. So I've got cute little ghosties, and I chose like a silvery sparkle counter washi because it reminded me of like ghosts and like sparkly stuff for Halloween. And then I'm going to be doing a Christmas memories spread on this page. So I have like this looks kind of like wrapping paper washi, which is really pretty, and I love the gold foil also. Very holiday-like. And then I'll be doing my winter memories on this one. And these washi tapes remind me of like snow and like ice patterns on the windows. And then just like the shine of like ice storms, which we get a lot of here in Canada. So this one, that's why I picked these ones for my winter memory spread. And then for Valentine's, I'm going to be doing a little memory spread for that as well. The kids always look so cute in their little outfits and still having Halloween or Valentine parties and packing little goodie bags. So I'm definitely going to capture some moments of that as well. For this one, I chose just like a little heart washi and a pink bow one. Some beautiful silver. That's from Scribble Print Co. Spring memory, I kept nice and bright yellow for like the little duckies, and then the counter washi are these adorable bunnies that I got from Amazon. And then for the end of the year memories, like karate tournaments, gymnastic performances, any school parties, I chose like a little apple and some polka dots because I thought that was super cute. And then for summer memories, I chose this fun sea, sand, and sun with like a little peach one on the side to kind of just remind me of like the sand. And then the last 2 pages, I'm going to be doing a vacation countdown for our Europe vacation. And that's why I chose this one that has like a little bit of like Paris themed, which is going to be hopefully one of our destinations. And then this just reminded me of like kind of like the old kind of architecture and like styles of like Europe. So I was initially going to do the vacation spread here, but we're not going till next October, at which point I'll be in the new planner. But this will give me like a really fun countdown to do, to look forward to, and keep me motivated and on track with my savings. And then the last page, again, I had this in my previous planner split up over 2 full pages, which I didn't use. So I decided to join them together on 1 page and just make it really fun. So that's why I chose the leopard washi, kind of giving me some Lisa Frank vibes with those colors, which I love. I'm obsessed with leopard. I was obsessed with Lisa Frank, and I still am. And I have this cute little YouTube sticker from Mix-A-Cat, and this little Instagram one from, not exactly sure, but I'll put it down below. And then these are my goals for the year. So I'm almost at 750 now. So I'll color that in when I reach it. And then I put by 50s going up to 1,000, which is where I hope to be by next summer. And then for Instagram, again, hopefully I can pick up some momentum. But even if I can get to 2,500 this year, that would be awesome. If things pick up and I start getting some new followers, I did make it up to 3,000 just because I had the space, and you never know. So that's how I'm going to be, where I'm going to be keeping track of those. And the last pages, or last page, sorry, is the Let's Keep in Touch page. So I added like a little phone, like a little correspondence. And I'm going to be splitting this down the middle. So half of this I'm going to be using for like, let's say, names of teachers, their emails, any extracurricular logins and stuff like that, and school logins I'm going to be keeping track of on this side. So I'm going to have phone numbers and emails here, and then websites, logins, and passwords on this side so that I can remember all of them. And then this is the Heritage and Awareness page, so I'm not going to be covering that up because I do like to refer to this to keep track on what's coming up. And then that's it. Then I'm going to keep these stickers in here and use them as needed. And then that's where I'm going to be keeping my date stickers. I haven't used these front and back pages yet. I'm not really sure what to put on there. I'm sure something will come up eventually. Do you guys use those to keep track of anything with your planners? I'd be curious to know if anybody uses those or if you just use the inside planner pages. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm so happy to finally be moved in and settled into my planner. and I'm ready to start and get into the new year. And I'm going to be doing a full planner lineup video for you guys as well, because the Erin Condren Life Planner, which I just showed you, and the Daily Duo are not the only two planners that I'm going to be using this year, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be showing you also my budget planner, my wellness planner, and my new social media planner. I am actually using my own homemade social media planner this year. I did not reorder it from Erin Condren, so if you want to see what that looks like, then stick around, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all of your support. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.